Good morning, children. We are going to deal with the next topic, that is isomerism of coordination compound. And this is a very important concept either in the point of view of theory as well as competitive. Competitive at least it is very very important. Theory point of view. So already I said two questions will be there from the theory. So in that one will be from VBT and the other one will be from other one, either it may be isomerism or crystal field theory and all. So in case of that the other one question, so it will be 3-mark question, but it will be appearing as 2 plus 1. So for 2 marks, any one isomerism, its definition will be asked along with the example. So that's why it is very very important. So what is that isomerism? Isomerism means two or more compound having the same molecular formula but different arrangement of atoms are called isomers, and this phenomenon is called as isomerism. So if at all, if the arrangement is different, so we said the atoms are getting arranged in a different pattern. So if at all, if arrangement is different, so because of different arrangement, the properties are also will be different, even though the molecules are with same formula. So they are, because of the different arrangement of atoms, isomers differ in one or more physical or chemical properties. Either it may be physical properties as boiling point, melting point, all those things, or dipole moment, such kind of things, or chemical properties. So two or more compounds having same molecular formula but different arrangement of atoms are called as isomers. So in isomerism and coordination compound is being classified under two different headings. One is structural isomerism and another one is stereoisomerism. Structural isomerism, where there is a difference in the structure itself. That is two-dimensional part it comes, or we can say that it is different in bonding. But in stereoisomerism, the bonding will be same. In both the isomers, the bonding will remain the same, but there is difference in three-dimensional arrangements. So suppose if at all, if the same group is present in one isomer, the same group is present or the ligand is present near to the observer. In another molecule or in another isomer, the same group may be present away from the observer. Like that, the bonding will be same, but their spatial arrangement is going to differ. That's what it means. Next, move on to the structural, types of isomerism in coordination compounds. So the isomerism has been classified into two types. One is structural isomers and stereoisomers. Under structural isomers, we have 4 different classification again. And in stereoisomers, we have 2 different classification again. So in structural, we have ionization isomerism, solvate or hydrate isomerism, coordination isomerism, linkage isomerism. So geometrical isomerism, optical isomerism. So according to board point of view, these are very very important. These are like the definitions we have, and we have examples. So these 4 comes under a very important expected question list. So mark it as important. Likewise, in this we have structures only. So here we have definition with that example. Here we have structural arrangement. So here we are going to check the structures there. So those structures may be asked for 1 mark. That's it, not more than that. But it is important rather than this one also as well as this one also. But for competitive need point of view, these are very very important. So we shall move on to the next part. Already we have discussed about what is isomerism. Now we'll start with the structural isomerism. So structural isomerism is nothing but the isomers which have the same molecular formula but different structural arrangement of atoms or groups around the central metal ion. So the structural arrangement is going to be different. Around the central metal atom, that is whenever we say that, so group of atoms or molecules, it is nothing but it is the ligand what we are talking about. So isomers which have the same molecular formula but different structural arrangement of atoms or group of atoms will be there around the central metal atom. So that is the definition. Make a note of it. So the isomers which have the same molecular formula but different structural arrangement of atoms or group of atoms around the central metal atom is called as structural isomer. So in that, first one is ionization isomerism. Ionization isomerism. The compounds which have the same molecular formula but give different ions in solution are called ionization isomers, and the phenomenon is called as ionization isomerism. That is, the compound with the same formula, the example I had written, the compound consists of cobalt, bromide, amine, sulfate, cobalt, amine, sulfate, bromide. So the whatever the molecules are, whatever the molecules as well as ions are there, they are the same ions and same molecules we have. But the thing is, these two are different. How they are different? So when you add this one in a water, when you add these compounds in a water, this will be forming different ions there. So there is it gives different ions in solution is nothing but ionization isomers or ionization isomerism. So the major condition is, so whatever the counter ion is there, so the counter ion whatever we are taking, the counter ion should be a ligand also. The counter ion should be a ligand also. Then only it shows ionization isomerism. The counter ion what we are writing should be a ligand also. That is only the condition. The compounds which have the same molecular formula but give different ions in solution are called ionization isomers, and the phenomenon is called as ionization isomerism. Statement, go through the statement properly. It is important. Next, how it is going to give different ions we shall see. When it dissociates, when this compound dissociates, or when we are going to add this one in water, it undergoes dissociation. So that dissociates to form COBr. The complex part, we know the complex part will remain as it is, and this counter ion part will be separated. So SO4 2 minus it is. That means that on complex there should be 2 plus as the charge. Likewise, we'll write how this undergoes dissociation. The second one, this one how it is undergoing dissociation we shall see. It dissociates to form cobalt, NH3 5 times. So SO4 is inside, SO4 plus outside counter ion, it forms one more ion outside, that is Br minus it is. If it is Br minus on complex, it is going to form a plus charge. So upon dissociation, both are giving different ions. You can make out both, it is 2 plus, it is plus, it is SO4 2 minus, it is Br minus. The formula is same when we are writing, so don't think about how we have written here. Whatever the molecules and ions are there, they are same. Those are same involved in the coordination, forming a coordination complex there. But when it is dissociated, it is going to give different ions. So such type of isomers which gives different ions in solution are called as ionization isomers. So we'll write down few more examples. The other examples are, so the complexes I have written. So you can observe CO, Cl2, NH3 4 times, NO2 outside. So here CO, Cl, NO2 inside, and one of the Cl is outside. So that is when this dissociates, So it forms COCl2 NH3 4 times. So NO2 minus it becomes plus. So here Cl minus and this becomes plus. So here it gives Cl minus, here it gives NO2 minus. So when in the exam, when in the theory exam, if it is asked, you need not to show all these dissociations and all. You just need to write these two isomers. That is sufficient. And remember, both the isomers should be written. If you are going to write only one complex, then marks won't be allotted for it. So in the next example, you can observe COCl NO2 NH3 4 times. One of the Cl is out. I hope it is same. Both are same, sorry. So one time only you copy down that one. In the next complex, we'll see. That is platinum Cl2 NH3 4 times, Br2 outside. So here Br2 is inside, Cl2 is outside. 2 minus 2 plus, 2 minus 2 plus. But the thing is here Cl is inside and Br is out. Br is inside and Cl is out. So when it forms the ions, it forms 2 Br minus, that forms 2 Cl minus. So that's how the compound will be with the same molecular formula or same groups involved in the bond formation, but it is going to give different ions upon addition in the formation of a solution there. So that is what called ionization isomerism. Next we'll move on to solvate or hydrate isomerism. Next, solvate or hydrate isomerism. The compounds which have the same molecular formula but differ in number of solvent molecules. So that is nothing but if water is the solvent, then what number of water molecules? They differ by number of water molecules. And that number of water molecules present as ligands, that is inside the coordination sphere, are called solvate isomers, and the phenomenon is called as solvate or hydrate isomerism. So the statement says that the compounds have the same molecular formula, but the molecules are differ by number of solvent in the sense number of water molecules. So you can observe here the example. We have a complex formula I have written, that is CrCl3 6H2O. So this compound consists of 3 isomers. It consists of 3 different isomers. So we shall see that one. First one in this chromium 6H2O Cl3 outside. So it consists of 6H2O molecules. So next isomer. So remember, coordination number for chromium in this complex is 6. So we should make the coordination number as 6 itself. So chromium, it is 5H2O here, 1 H2O outside. So here 1 Cl, so that is 5 plus 1, it is 6 here. So we need not to bother about the Cl or the other ligands in the complex. We need to bother only about the H2O molecule. So here 6 is present as ligand, here 5 is present as ligand, and 1 molecule of H2O is outside. Here 4 is present as ligand, and 2 H2O molecules are outside. So the isomers which have the same formula but they differ by H2O molecules as ligands or present inside the coordination sphere are called solvate isomers, and the phenomenon is called solvate or hydrate isomerism. So the isomers differ by H2O molecules. So we'll move on to next example. So when you are writing, if you are writing this compound, you should write all the 3 molecules here. So next example is, so that is second example. So it is cobalt, Cl, H2O, only 1 H2O molecule here. It is NH3 4 times and it is Cl. This is one isomer, and one more isomer we shall see. One more isomer, CO, Cl, 2 NH3 4 times. Outside we have Cl and we have a H2O also. So here only one molecule of H2O, and that H2O is a ligand here. Here that molecule is outside the bracket we had written. So here 1, 2, 2 plus 4, 6. 2 plus 4, 6. Coordination number is balanced. So H2O molecule, here it is acting as a ligand inside the sphere and it is outside. So this is about the solvate or hydrate isomerism. Next one, coordination isomerism. So coordinate isomers arises due to the interchange of ligands in the coordination sphere of cationic and anionic parts of different metal ions present in a complex. That is nothing but, so both cationic and anionic are coordination compounds itself. That is, cation part is also a coordination part and anion part is also a coordination part. So in this, there is an interchange of ligands takes place. So different metals we have. So remember, metals also should be different, not same metals. So metals are different and the ligand should interchange with one another. So such kind of isomers are called as coordination isomers. So remember, check with the examples now. Observe. So this is one complex. This entire thing is one complex. This is 3 plus cationic part and this is anionic part. So we have discussed double complexes. This is what double complex is. One of the example of double complex, where the coordination part is also, cationic part is also a coordination part and anionic part is also an coordination part itself. So the counter ion is nothing but one more coordination part only we have taken as counter ion here. So cobalt, the ligand acting here is amine or ammonia. Here chromium, it is Cn minus acting as an ligand. But in the next isomer, to cobalt, Cn minus is acting as a ligand and to chromium, ammonia is acting as a ligand. That is interchange of ligands. So Cn minus is here and NH3 is there. Cn minus is here, NH3 is there. The remaining thing remains as it is. So the metals are fixed. Metals are not going to change. Only the ligands get interchanged or it is getting exchanged with the cationic part and anionic part. So such kind of isomers are called as coordination isomers or coordination isomerism we call. So next one more example we have. So that is here copper, it is bonding with ammonia, platinum bonding with the Cl4. So if at all, if this is the case, then here this one is cationic part and this one is anionic part. So the condition is in this isomerism, the condition is, so both cationic part and anionic part should be an complex compounds itself. Then only it shows coordination isomerism. So it is bonded to ammonia, it is bonded to Cl minus. But in this case, so we can write it. We can write this side and that side, no problem. But platinum, it is bonded to NH3 and Cu is bonded to Cl4. So if you are getting confused, I'll change that one. We can write in this form itself. So this is entire thing is one isomer. It is bonded to Cl4 and platinum, it is bonded to NH3. NH3 4 times. So this is about the complex. So we have a CO. Why it was written earlier like that is, so according to cationic part and anionic part. So this is our cationic part and this is our anionic part. But when you consider this one, this becomes anionic part and this becomes cationic part. To make you understand, I have written, but the actual arrangement was earlier what I have written. So this part should come first and this part should go that side. So, but to make you understand and to relate these things, I have written in this way. So earlier whatever I had written, that was the perfect and the correct representation of a coordination compound. But to relate these things, it will be helpful. So that's why I have changed. But when you are writing in the exam, you should maintain that way only. The platinum should come first and then copper complex. So cation first and next anionic part. So coordination isomerism, where the ligands get interchanged with the different metals of cationic and anionic part of the complexes are called coordination isomerism. Next one is linkage isomerism. Linkage isomerism. The compounds which have the same molecular formula but differ in the mode of attachment. So it differs by mode of attachment of a ligand to the metal atom or ion. So here the compound entire formula remains the same, only there is the attachment, that is nothing but donor atoms are different. So the ligand is also same, but donor atoms are different. So donor atoms are different, the same ligand, but it has two different donor atoms. That is nothing but ambivalent ligands. They are nothing but ambivalent ligands. Ambidentate ligand. So we have studied ambidentate ligands are nothing but they are the monodentate ligands where it consists of more than one donor atoms. So example CONH3,5NO2. So here nitrogen is the donor atom. Nitrogen is the donor atom, but here oxygen, same molecule, NO2 minus, this is also been represented as NO2 minus only, but here nitrogen is the donor atom, here oxygen is the donor atom. So if it is the molecules differ by the donor atom or mode of attachment of a ligand to the central metal atom, then it is called as linkage isomers. So when you are mentioning the examples for all these isomers, you should write two isomers. So two molecules you should mention. So this is one and this one is one. These two together makes us one example. So in all the cases it is same.